Hello, Star Mountain Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster Edition with me, BlueAnkylo, and the live chat. I did a little bit of prep work between episodes, nothing too crazy. I'll explain it in just a second once we can look at our party. And we're gonna go get our final original team party member back. Honestly, I think I found a way to do it that the next time I play, I'm gonna do it like this, but much earlier. Because the earlier you get this fella, the sooner you can start stealing items from bosses, and you might want to try that. I don't know, but there are, a variety of interesting steals that. Oh, I looked it up. Also, technically, some enemies have two possible steals: a common steal and a rare steal. Not all, but some of them have two options. Apparently, it's actually not that rare in Final Fantasy VI. Common items are 7 out of 8, and rare items are 1 out of 8. So, unlike some games where it's like 1 in 256 or some nonsense, right? Like less than 1%. The odds of a rare steal are... It's rare, but it's still over 10%, so maybe not too bad. So we had we had a convincing argument that Celeste would want to rescue Locke. That makes sense. I just picked up Shadow. I gotta give him more use. Cyan, I'm experimenting with his new sword techs. The Figaro Bros, we know they're amazing, so we're just letting them have a breather. They're on break. And I want to give Strago a bit more practice. And then, Mog. So what I'm thinking here is in the future, as soon as you get the airship, maybe pick up Cyan or something, so you can get rid of Setzer. But, Celeste, Edgar Sabin, and maybe one more useful character. Then go pick up Mog, which is free, and come straight here. You don't need all these other characters. I mean, you can certainly get them if you want. Maybe Terra instead of Cyan if you like her more, but point is get somebody quick, and then you could get Locke pretty early. Without, well, you'll see. Without too much trouble. So we bought some new shurikens for Shadow, so we're gonna see how that works. We can switch. So yeah, quick pass over for equipment. I didn't even really look at what I was equipping on Cyan, to be honest. The agility boosting is certainly nice, so red cap is maybe a good idea there. Power sash, but I mean, honestly, he's got so much magic defense. That's kind of cool, right? We gave him the hero's ring because I looked it up, just catching up for the future tubers. Bushido, the new multi-target, and we don't have to charge for it, so it's very nice. This is a magic damage based on your magic stat. So we're going to try to raise his magic stat a little bit. Not so much learn a bunch of spells, but I will try to get him, higher than 25 magic. And that means you want to equip, if you want to use it, you want to equip Hero's Ring rather than just Gygas Armlets, right? And Force Sandals, or Hear-Me Sandals, that's always nice. So that's cool. We've got Shadow with the new knife we just picked up, kind of focusing on physical, but his elemental scrolls are magic based, so there's that. We've got Strago. We bought one of these at one of the towns, 30 evasion, because I can't really find, oddly enough, there's no rods that really give him a lot of magic. We can't find an enhancer for a mage. It's actually kind of a, I think it's more of a, what would you call it, like an oversight from the devs that they just focus so much on Celeste and Terra, giving them awesome gear and all the best swords. It's like they forgot that mages would want plus magic, Anyway, it's just weird. Also, behemoth suits, if I didn't show them off, are really good. Way better than pretty much anything else you can equip on Strago or Realm for the time being. There might be some better stuff later on, but these are really good. +6 to all stats is... I think the best weapon in the game is +7 to all stats, so... This is about as good of a single piece of item as you can get. And then Celeste is just going to be our back row mage. I think I put her... Oh no, reset that. When we landed, they reset it. But yeah, she's our nuker. She's got all the magic. Strago's going to keep learning spells, because if I do keep using him, he's going to need lots of good magic. Shadow isn't... It's actually... I was quibbling and quabbling a little bit on this. I actually don't think Shadow would be a completely anti-magic character. I think as a ninja, him learning some spells makes some sense. I probably won't plan on teaching him these kinds of spells because it's like pure mage. But picking up like bio and break, and honestly maybe a little bit of healing because, you know, it's just really convenient. But not necessarily going for Curaga or Firaga or Ultima. But like I might pick up some of the mid-tier status spells and stuff. It's fine. I think it's reasonable for Shadow to have some magic. Like roleplay wise. And it does help his scrolls out. Cyan, on the other hand, I'm not going to bother teaching him a lot of magic. If he learns some, fine. I don't mind him having some... He's kind of like a paladin. A little bit of healing is okay. But that's certainly not the priority for him. His priority is strength. And I am going to try to braze his magic just for Bushido purposes. Okay, all that said, we also have Mog. Mog is naked and afraid, but he has a charm on, which means no random encounters. So, also, we could, not like it makes much difference, but I'll give him the sprint shoes, because the only thing that matters if there's no combat is moving fast. Now, I don't remember which split has less steps or anything. If you're a perfectionist speedrunner, you might know which route is less combat, and then either have Mog go left or right based on, you know, knowledge. I'm not that smart, so Celeste will go left. And then we're gonna start playing around here, see how the fights go. So we've got new throwing weapons. I'm kind of curious the damage difference as well here. 2200 for a normal shuriken is not bad. They're pretty cheap. That magic damage was not amazing, sadly. And then stronger shuriken here. It's like not quite 50% stronger. It's kind of expecting a little better. But those guys just sat around and let me kill them, so that was nice. But we are going to get a lot of level ups here. People, the experience is no joke in this area. This is definitely more of a later World of Ruin kind of area. Oh no, it's a trap. It's got spiked right on the butt. We can't really go up yet, so we'll go down right now. There you go. That's the only way to get it. Hey, look, ambush. That's nice. Let's see if this is a little bit better. And I don't know how strong these will be, but we'll try. That's a lot of dodging on Graviga. Good job. Anyway, surely Edgar and Sabin would be better at this dungeon. Oh boy, these guys are no joke. They're pretty tanky. I need to be careful, because these guys are probably a fair bit stronger than anything we fought before in regular terms here. Oh, that sucks. Unfortunately, we didn't get Cyan in time. Okay, single target scrolls actually seem to do more damage than multi-target scrolls. Interesting. Lessons. All right, that was a rough fight. All right, what was can I remember? Going for Hastiga, yeah. Hopefully this unusual party, which might be a little bit of a low level, can power through here. Wind Edge, what's that? Boomerang. No one knows how to use boomerangs. That's a pretty good boomerang, +7 strength agility. If only we had someone who knew how to throw it. Seems like our treasure hunter might not be smart enough to get that treasure. I kind of think these guys are weak to ice. A lot of things down here by the fire, you know. No, not weak to ice. Okay. We could scan them if I have it. Maybe I never bothered to learn it. Maybe they're weak to water. Different than ice. I do like how scrolls activate instantly. Unlike spells, which have a bit of a charge time, you know. Honestly, for a free attack, Eclipse isn't bad. Just for interest's sake. Seeing as everything has so much HP down here, is there a weakness? Level 49, yeah, way higher than us. Lots of MP. Holy, specifically. Oh. Well, that's not something we can really take advantage of. So we just have to do 4,000 damage one way or the other. Yeah, normally you'd probably have like Sabin with his Wind Edge, and it'll do a couple thousand damage, and maybe Edgar or something has a tool doing a couple thousand damage. Oh, come on with the zombie sticks. Necromancer took bonus damage from fire there. I think. That might be a death counter. No. Not too many enemies get actual death counters, but when they do, it's rude. Also, by the way, Cyan is looking beefy with his max HP up there. Whew. Don't accidentally throw good weapons. Okay, so we're getting 5,000 XP for a big fight here. That's a little over 1,000 each. So Shadow's about to get a level up. Cyan and Celeste are not far behind. How hard am I going to go on strength for him versus magic? I think for the next level up, I'm going to give Cyan a little bit of magic and Shadow some more strength. And Celeste just focuses on magic. Oh, did I actually missed some spikes. By going the way I did, I actually forgot to bring Mog down. Oh, yeah. Is that like a counter? I wonder if Strago can learn that, if they, he can probably learn 1,000 Needles, right? It's blue magic. Honestly, that quad slice is doing... Maybe I should just keep focusing on strength. I mean... That, quad attack... That's 4,000 damage, now split up, but... Strength will keep scaling up even better. There you go, 1,000 Needles. Nice. Did you know... Kaiser Dragon? Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised there's some unfinished content in the original ROM. Dang, those things do a lot of damage. The FF6 is, I would say, pretty well finished. But yeah, no, there's definitely some you know, some things that got cut, I'm sure. Let's see if we just go full aggro, if we can wipe them out in one round. Because that's what you're looking for to keep fights quick, right? Like, everyone just does AoE, kills them. Not quite. Still, full aggro pretty good. Alright, enjoy the stats. +2 magic, +2 strength, +2 magic. Nice. Alright, so Shadow goes back to arguably focusing on strength. Shadow keeps learning magic. Whatever it is I'm teaching him. And that's all. We'll need to just switch over Strago, though, after another fight. I should probably heal. This dungeon's gonna take a little while. I mean, and it could take twice as long, right? Because... Ah, nuts. We're only actually fighting half of the fights. Teleport Stone is, like, dumb. 6 more chests, but not a lot of treasure left. Teleport Stone is just teleport. So we're gonna try to pick up treasure. Someone has stolen it all. Give me back my treasure. Honestly, this is kind of a neat way to do the dungeon too. Instead of having a really, like, this is kind of cuts the dungeon in half, you know. Also, this back attack is nightmare. Look at this. Freaking dead before we even start. Come on, get him. Such a good dog. Alright, I knew they'd survive. Good job, team. Lots of menuing for this area. Whew. I should probably start thinking about osmosing a little bit too. Alright, well, Strago is surely a pure mage. So, get that magic caught up. I mean, I'm assuming all blue magic is based on magic stat. It should be. I don't understand why it wouldn't. This is going to be empty, but we'll pick it up. Ooh, Chaos Dragon. Neat. Nah, some of these things are going to be immune to water or something, probably. And thunder, maybe. Or fire. That'll show me. Maybe it's... I mean, it is kind of a volcano. How can they just be absorbing all elements, right? That's not fair. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Wait a second. I gave him +2 magic, and it went from like 1,000 to 3,000 to 2,000. Is this how it's gonna go? That was a pretty big jump, though. Oh, everything's too much absorbing in here. Stop absorbing all the elements. All right, we learned the break man. Maybe I should have invested some magic on Cyan early after all. I mean, I can't imagine +2 magic made him go from 1,000 damage to 2,000. Also, see you later, Squatch Meal. I might have missed you. But that seemed like a lot of damage on that group compared to what we had seen before. So let's keep sciencing. Dang it. I mean, you knew it was going to be empty. But you had to go for that full completion. What's this? Was that there? That was not there on the Super Nintendo version. Is that just a... maybe soft lock prevention if there's some way to soft lock? I can't imagine there's no way to get soft locked in here, is there? Maybe just rage quit prevention if you don't have a teleport stone, which they just gave you. Interesting. Anyway, I'm definitely enjoying the Mog Charm to avoid half of the dungeon. That's pretty convenient. Alright, these jerks again. It's real expensive, but maybe. Have we summoned Tritalk yet? There you go. Get wrecked, punks. Yeah, it's closer to Ega tier rather than Era tier. Okay, okay. That's looking good. What did I give Shadow last time? I don't remember. I think I gave him strength last time. I think I want to give him some more strength. Well, no. Don't be lazy. Also, I forgot to switch strength. This is a nightmare. Keeping track of all your equips. Right, finish off Hastiga. That would be smart. Sorry, I apologize everyone for the menu disasters. It's just, you know. I wonder if you can still rest with both people as long as one of them is on a save point. Not like it really matters here, but... that was always kind of a nice little exploity type thing in the Super Nintendo. Oh, right, I forgot that one. Ah, Mog Charm making exploring so much nicer. Now, Locke gives you all these treasures anyway, but I think for completion on the map, you want it to say you opened all the chests, so... Alright, flood it. And then we can't pass until the other team flicks the switch. Although we're making pretty good progress. All of these no battles on Mog Charm definitely speed this up. What if you stand in the right spot, you can get squished? I probably always say that. Anyway, this is the only team that actually needs to get healed up. But I'm pretty sure I remember switching parties and still being able to save and use tents, actually. Or something like that. Maybe I'm crazy. It does seem like Esper summons probably take even more charge time than normal spells do. There we go. Hastiga, Sloga, good stuff. What else do we put on Strago? Kuriga would be pretty helpful. He's like a blue mage normally. I wouldn't necessarily think of him as a white mage. Anything missing from our repertoire? No bio. Bio is still... I think it has the same power as the eras. We'll pick it up quick. I do also like learning spells that don't take very long, just it's convenient. Okay, we've got +2 magic ready to go, +2 magic ready to go. Nobody has reflect? We don't need reflect. Actually, someone might have reflect, just maybe not on this team. Alright, so there's like a big scary dragon down there, but don't worry about that. Face Off. Anyone remember that movie? I kind of remember it being terrible. I don't know. They're going to be a higher level than us, so it's not going to work. Yeah. I'd confused them. Could be worse. It actually worked really well. Oh, it worked wonderfully! Okay, that's the best I've ever seen out of a stone. Oh, dang, that was wonderful. Best stone use ever. And that usually is such a bad attack. Awesome. Alright, maybe I should try that maybe a little bit more often. Alright. he got break and bio break done. Phantom seems like a good shadow style, you know, ninja style Esper is what word I'm looking for. Come on, Blue. I might want to get another magic up on Cyan. We'll see how I feel in a couple more battles. It's quite interesting, I find, trying to see how much the stats actually matter. I know there's formulas. Technically, there's math you can look up. But who wants to look up math, you know? Everything here is like absorbs everything. Except just non-elemental Eclipse. Didn't actually kill them. What did we do? Was there another attack that managed to cut through? Honestly, I don't know what they all absorb, so maybe if you've got Sabin with wind or Edge with non-elemental tools. But Eclipse is starting to like it. Oh, sure, we'll stone him. Chaos Dragon was just watching us. Oh, that's right, I forgot to mention. One of the reasons Eclipse is good is it can inflict stop. You won't really know when you've hit with it. Right. But if you do hit with it, also that was a tremendous amount of experience. I wasn't expecting to get all that at once. I might have wasted some level ups, but yeah. All the enemies will stop fighting. Right, I forgot. Yeah, good. Anyway, strength is fine. HP up was a waste, unfortunately. That was... I did not expect that much XP. Yeah. Does it say that? No, it doesn't even tell you. But this does inflict the stop status, which is, well, once a big group of enemies stops fighting, the fight is over. Alright, unfortunately we messed up a level up because... So the most XP we can get then is 90, like 10,000. That's 2,500 each. So that's like the danger zone for re-equipping Espers. Also, enjoy ribbon number 2. Alright, cool, cool, cool. I'm actually kind of getting excited for Cyan. Now, I don't know what the I don't know how often we're gonna see successful, just like I don't know how often we'll get successful confuses. I don't know how often we'll get successful stops. But it doesn't cost anything, you know? Oops. Oh, I didn't even know. I forgot. You can multi-target stone. It seems to miss on multi-target, though, right? It's got some weird... It's not guaranteed to even hit. But it still confuses everything. Interesting. Man, we're getting all the bots here again. You guys just kill this guy while I ban the bots. Thanks, YouTube. Spamming me with bots. I didn't check my XP. No, we're good. Not leveling up yet. Alright, and now at this point, anybody can clear the fire dragon, so... Let's try to... Thanks, that's great. He's got so much evade, we can't even hit him while he's confused. Okay, that knocks him out. I think we might have just killed him, though, with Shadow's... Yeah. Insta-death, I forgot about that. Good job, Shadow. It never works on the enemy, but, I think we may have hit the enemies with stops, so it's fine. Yeah, Eclipse is starting to grow. I think it's, maybe better than anticipated. Damage is not bad, no charge, and the occasional stopping an entire group. That's a big difference. Alright, Shadow, what are you thinking? I kind of want his single target to be better, honestly. More shuriken damage. Now, the dragon doesn't actually give you experience. Dragonhorn is your fun jumping with friends. Kind of want to get a fight here. I just want to get a level up so that I can switch over to learning spells for the dragon. Honestly, the damage we're dealing, pretty amazing. Pretty happy. Oh, come on. 282 away. Yeah. I'm enjoying it. You know, as much as I think Edgar and Sabin are mechanically better overall, it's kind of fun. And I think Cyan is much better than he used to be. I'm enjoying the process here, you know. Counter 1,000 Needles, that could die in a fire. I am using a lot of shurikens, but they're only like 500 gold each, so even if you threw 2, we still made a profit overall. And now we throw them even harder. Throw me harder. Okay. He was working on Phantom. So we're about to get like 10 spell points. I'm just going to teach him all the basic healing spells as a knight. As a paladin style. So that he can raise an Isuna at least. In an emergency. How close are we to the powerful? Oh, we're a little over halfway there. We're getting there. And honestly, slow spells. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Teleport, banish, stop. What's the point of casting stop when you can just cast it for free when you attack? So we don't have Libra yet. Whatever, it's fine. We should be okay. Let's make a quick save just in case of emergency. Quick save for emergency. Red Dragon! Related to red Ankylos. Surely they're up to no good. Oh wow, that did like nothing. And we learned Hastiga. Finally, time to shine. A couple people were already hasted, but less need for Hermes sandals once we got that. Alright, the fire damage he's dealing is not very much. If we had Blizzagov, that'd be even greater, but it's fine. 6,000, yeah, he's toast. I don't know if he's weak to water, but maybe. It's a decent amount of damage. Everybody's able to push out 4,000 to 6,000 damage a turn. That's not bad at all. Oh, we might want to heal that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So one thing Brave New World did was they made a lot of these bosses more difficult. Sometimes I thought it was too difficult. But I do understand how in the base game some of these super bosses are kind of pushovers, you know. Hey look, it's a weapon for Cyan. I said we might get something for him. Ancient Doman Blade, lost during the War of the Magi. Now, probably doing the Doman Castle thing is going to give us a garbage sword, but hey. 224, that's pretty close to the basic weapon cap. Alright. Good fight. That's another dead dragon. Eh. Try disaster. I don't know what element they absorb, but of course. Let's just not do physical attack so they stay confused and stopped. So they don't even attack, and if they did, they'd attack each other. We'll just let Cyan deal with it. Or just let them kill themselves. That's cruel. Alright, and Celeste gets a level, Strago gets a level. This dungeon, pretty good for XP, yeah. I agree, Cody. These guys seem to absorb all elements, practically. I still don't have anybody with scan on this group. Although that was... dang. I gotta say, Cyan is growing here. Eclipse might not be doing quite as much as some of the tools and blitzes, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And we only... Sheesh, we only gave him a little bit of magic up. He needs more magic up, boys. Gotta see that grow. Alright, Strago, once again, you were practicing something. He's going for that. Sure. At some point, it's more about learning something than learning the best thing. Oh, and Cyan, right, his job... I didn't actually want to keep Lakshmi. I don't want him to have Kiriga. That's maybe too strong. But, yeah, he's not really trying to learn magic, per se. He's just about magic stat. Anyway, pretty much the end of here. Hey, Locke. What you doing? How'd you get here without an airship? And without splitting your party? Look, you're all safe. Look, I found it. The legendary treasure that Gestalt technically hid here somewhere near Vector originally. Why did he hide it here? I don't know. Also, how did he know there was Magicite before they knew what Magicite was? Weird. Legend has it that Phoenix... Maybe they didn't... Maybe it was just a stone before they knew what Magicite was. Legend has it that the Phoenix turned itself to stone years ago. It seems the story was true. But now it's filled with cracks. I don't know if it has the strength to perform miracles. It's for Rachel, huh? Well, I failed her. Broke my promise and lost the only thing that was real to me, just like all the promises I break. So until I do what I said, until I restore my honor, I'm a no-good liar. Well, I got bad news for you, but I think you're gonna have to fail a promise again. Cohinglin, you might want to take a ride on our airship. What's that sparkle down there? Was that something? Because we have to go all the way back to the dungeon to get it. Because we got auto booted. I'll check the map if there's anything missing. If only it didn't have those nasty cracks. Don't think it's gonna be calling back any wayward spirits like that. Nope, nuh-uh. Too bad, really. Too bad. Gotta keep the zombie girl down here longer. Oh. Classic naysayer anime moment. Just like real life stream Ankylos, where as soon as I say it's impossible, it happens. Every time. It shattered. Oh no, but what about all the cool spells we could have learned? Like Re-Raise or Life 3. Very useful for one fight. I mean, it's useful in general. Oh, hey, Rachel, it worked. We brought the dead back to life. She's been dead for years. 2, 3, 4 years? I don't know. Oh, how I wanted to see you. Hey, Rachel, sup? The Phoenix used the last of its power to give me some time, but I gotta leave. Before my time's gone, there's something I must tell you. You made me so happy. In my last moments, my memories returned, and I drifted off thinking of you, and I was happy. Sure, killed by the Empire, but other than that, happy. Thanks, Locke. Doggarn Phoenix promised to resurrect. All it did is give him 1 minute. Whole life, an entire life for 10 seconds. What was it? What was that anime I watched some time back? I think it was like Fairy Tale or something, and there was like time magic, and someone bet their entire life on some kind of time reversing spell or something, and it just gave them like 5 seconds. It's like, oh crap. And we used up the Phoenix for whatever this was, how much time it was. Give her the love. Apparently, the Phoenix does this rebirth cycle. So the sparklies and animations are much improved. And I think it's much clearer this time around that Rachel's the one that turns into the Esper, and therefore the Magicite this time around. Which I believe is how it was always supposed to work, but might be hard to notice in the Super Nintendo. The Phoenix did revive her, but it didn't have the power to keep her alive. And when she died, as is the way Phoenixes work, I guess, she turned into the Phoenix and back into stone. Luckily, that won't be a problem when we learn the magic from the Magicite. I'm alright. Rachel put my heart at ease. From here on out, everything will be okay. Let's go. We got a job to do. We got a mad clown to kill. If he's even a clown anymore. Hey, Locke music. Now, I think they did an amazing job in the World of Ruin with the open world recruitment. But I do think they rushed some of the plot finales for, like, Celeste and Locke reuniting. Because Celeste, like, literally jumped off a cliff because she thought everyone was dead, like Locke. And then she got back the will to live on and try to, you know, save the day, defeat Kefka, when she saw Locke's bandana on a bird. And that's what led us in this chain of events to the airship and finding Locke again. But I don't think they really have any cutscenes about it, other than the literal epilogue, maybe. But, I mean, the game's pretty long, and they were probably running out of time, but... Hey, Valiant Knife, that's interesting. Those are all the treasures from the Phoenix Cave. Alright, let's get going. Thanks, Locke. Not that I think they did a bad job at all. I just think there could have been more on some reunions, like Terra, especially Terra and Locke and Celeste. Those are the big ones, I would say. And they do spend a good time, like, you know, we got stuff coming up. We got little side story finales for most of the characters. Like, we're going to wrap up a bit of Gao's backstory, Cyan. We already did Sabin's. You know, it's totally good. But certain characters like Celeste and Locke maybe got a little bit of a shorting. Just a little. I mean, Locke got to wrap up his Rachel story, but there's more to him than just that. Anyway, we got a cool new dagger, right? The Valiant Knife. So this is essentially the opposite of the Atma weapon, although it does still depend on your max HP being high. Atma/Ultima weapon needs your current and max HP to be high, and it does less damage as you take damage. But this does more damage as you take damage, but it's still capped on how high your max HP is, if I remember correctly. So if you have 1 HP out of 1,000, it's going to be weaker than 1 HP out of 9,999. Still, it can do some of the craziest damage in the game if you set it up carefully, but you're probably going to die if you're not careful. It is an interesting one to Genji Glove with the Ultima weapon, because it will do bad when this is doing well, and this will do bad when this is doing well. So you'll always get decent damage if you equip them both. It's not the max damage, but it is a nice way to average it out if you care. Or you can just heal and regen and everything and never have low HP. Did we pick anything else up in there that's useful? Flame Shield, always nice. Bunch of resistances and stuff, good stats. Teaches Fire 2. I already equipped the sword. We did get the Wing Edge. That would be a... I mean, Locke can honestly equip an awful lot of weapons. He can't equip every big sword, but he can equip a lot of them. And the boomerangs, and this is like one of the stronger, maybe the best one? I forget. Definitely top tier or near top tier. And all the other cool stuff. So, he's alright. And I'm considering, maybe not on this playthrough, but on eventually some playthrough, investing more into Locke from the beginning and trying to actually steal a bunch of stuff, because I have to follow a guide because you never know when you can steal something valuable or not, but there's enough interesting things that it might be worth doing at once, you know. Not a lot of missable one-shot stuff, but duplicates, like getting things early or getting a second copy of things that are pretty cool. So for today's episode, we're going to do one more thing. A little bit late, maybe. We only got Locke, so that was kind of a short one thing. But I want to go open some locked doors. Honestly, if we bring Mog, we can just zip right through it and get this Sasquatch as well. Sure. We'll let Locke and Celeste have a little bit of time together. And honestly, Cyan's a little bit higher level than the rest of the team. So we'll put him on break for a little while. He's got a dungeon coming up soon. Some locked doors indeed. And if I haven't mentioned it, I think I showed this off on stream, but you don't have to go to the unequipment guy anymore. You can just cycle through anybody at any time. Maybe not any time. Maybe only in the World of Ruin, but... Alright, and then Locke needs something. Not sure what we're doing with him. Could try that out. I guess in my logic of I want to steal more... Oh, that's right, we picked up the Dragon Horn. It makes jump really cool. You have to do 2 relics to get the full jump, but you get multi-jump, which is... It can work. It can definitely work. Maybe... Well, I wouldn't be able to use that. Maybe we'll think about showing it off. I need a better spear, actually. Interesting. I don't really have any good armor. There is some good Moogle armor. The Snow Muffler comes to mind, but we don't have it yet. So for now, it kind of makes him worse at, you know, fighting enemies, but we can make him steal, and we can make him mug, so we're always getting a chance, and at least dealing some damage. But its problem is characters that you want to steal, or you have to equip relics that do alternate things, you're not getting the boosted damage from hero ring type items. So you're kind of trading off one for the other. Yeah, we'll give him lots of stats. Yeah, it's fine. We can put him in the back row. It does have a chance to kill, which, you know, whatever that is. We could go max evade. Not a lot of front row characters in this party. Okay, where do we get a good spear? I know we can buy a couple. Oh, jeez. We're just gonna forget about Mog. I don't think he's a great investment. He is kind of nice in the final dungeon, because, you know, you can skip encounters for one of your groups. But I don't generally like to skip all the final dungeons, so I probably won't do that. But let's open some doors at least, and see if we have time to get a Sasquatch before the end of the episode. Also, we get to move super fast. But there's some stuff in here that, honestly, the earlier you get it, the better. It's pretty end game stuff. There's a reason getting Locke is difficult, but rest for a bit. No. Oh yeah, we gotta do some resting. Geesh, we got so many side quests to do. So good. Jidur has the best purchasable spear. Yeah. We gotta do something better than that. So here's a decision. This is a tricky decision. If you want all the Magicite, you have to keep it. The spell it learns is unique to that specific Magicite. It's the only Magicite that will teach it to you. But if you turn it into a weapon, you can eventually get the best weapon in the game. And technically, there is another way to learn the spell off of the spell that the Magicite would teach you. But you'd never be able to summon the Magicite in combat. And the summon ability from this Magicite is unique in that it turns enemies into items. Now, usually you get garbage, but there is probably some interesting item transformations available. And I like having all the espers, but I also like having the sword we can get. So it's tough. Like, it legitimately... I don't even remember if there's a way... let me double check. Just hold on a second. How hard would it be to get the Ragnarok sword without getting it here? Is it possible? I know there's something you can steal from, but it doesn't really count. I'm pretty sure you can steal it from the final boss, so whoop-de-woo, right? Let me just skim through here. Okay, I'm just looking at the summons you can get out of it. It doesn't have... Well, no. There are some things rare, but you can get elemental shields, fire, ice, thunder shields, ribbons, growth eggs, Genji gloves. It's technically possible. Mega elixirs. Nothing too crazy. And it does have the best spell in the game. Flip a coin, yeah. A two-headed coin, for sure. Let me just double check if there's any way to get the Ragnarok weapon otherwise. Jeez, everywhere I go, it just gives you nonsense. It might not be possible. I know there's one you can steal, but it doesn't count. I don't think there's any way to Colosseum yourself into a Ragnarok. Now, technically, if you're playing on the GBA, there's better swords available. But, I mean, barely. Barely. I'm looking for... something. I think I'm going to take the sword. I actually don't want everyone to learn Ultima. In fact, I only want one or two people to learn it, because it's so broken. Like, it is seriously too strong. And I don't think I want to spend the time summoning Esper, the Ragnarok Esper in battle to transform enemies. I also don't think it gives you any stat ups. It's not like a +2 magic Esper or anything useful like that. I'm pretty sure. But it does mean we're not going to get Ultima until way late with a lot of grinding, because the other method is going to take a long time before we can start learning Ultima, which is probably better. But it does mean I have to grind it at some point. I want to get at least one person with Ultima. I just don't want everyone to have it. And the other way to get it requires... It just takes a long time. I'm going to take the sword. I decided the sword. Probably... There's a good argument to just take the Esper. If you just want to play... If you want the game to be easy, just take the Esper or the Magicite, teach everybody the spell, and X-Magic it or whatever, and boost your magic, and you just win every battle with one spell. Basically till the end of the game, even including the final boss. The sword is really good, but it's not as powerful as the spell. So, probably more balanced to take the sword. So what we've got for now is the Ragnarok. It's +7 to most stats, +30 magic evade, +30 regular evade, a whole bunch of attack. It's the max attack power. I'm pretty sure it also uses MP to deal criticals, and it sometimes casts flare when you attack. It's good. And the people who can use it, there's only a few people who can naturally equip it. They tend to be the best characters in the game as well. So, Celeste, Terra, and Locke. Celeste and Terra tend to focus on magic, so it's kind of Locke's weapon in a way. I generally give it to Celeste or Terra, because I don't always bring Locke. But as much as I just gave him this wing thing, I was like, actually, we just give him this. It's pretty much better in every way. So, there you go. Locke back up to being a paladin up front. Speaking of paladins, that was the weapon shop. There's other things to do in Narshe, but you can see why getting Locke early is so valuable. He unlocks some pretty good stuff here. Arguably the best equipment / Esper in the game, and the best shield as well. Where is the best shield? It's in the side room of maybe the armor shop. Kind of makes sense. I'm looking for a shield. This shield is trouble. Yeah, this is it. We probably found this room the first time through and forgot it. Nope, that was not the room. What am I... well, let me just check down. I know it's not here, but... We're unlocking doors, okay? And... Now, to be fair, Mog is making this much chiller, because normally you'd get a whole bunch of random encounters, which make the exploring of Narshe kind of annoying. Makes it a dungeon rather than a town. But, maybe it's the battle by the inn or something. I never go to the inn, given that the tutorial lounge has a free healing pot. I don't know if I ever go to the Narshe Inn. This is a weird place. Nothing special, but just one of those weird rooms. Okay, I'm running out of shops. I never did go to the armor shop. No, I did go to the armor shop. Did I go to the item shop? Just keep checking. Just open the doors. Fully explore. Garbage. We do need to get the snow... Oh, it's this weird room. Right. Another room that I probably forgot to explore and talk to people when we had the chance, because I always forget it. Because there is people here, I think, or a person. Because there's a person now. Here, take it! He really didn't want this, because probably if he was holding it, he was cursed, so... Now, this is another one where it gets interesting. The Cursed Shield makes you take bonus damage from nearly every element. I think you start with Doom every battle, and maybe some other statuses as well. -7 to all stats. And it takes 250 combats before it gets uncursed, which you might be like, Blue, that is ridiculous. That is way too many combats. And it is a lot of combats. That's a lot of grinding. But when he said, I think it turns into the most powerful, the finest shield in the world, boy is he not joking. The shield that the Cursed Shield turns into is one of those things that you don't normally see in a normal run. If you play the randomizer, you can just randomly... I think they randomized how many fights the Curse Shield takes to uncurse. So you could get a Curse Shield 3 fight, and 3 fights later it's uncursed kind of thing. So you see it more often in the randomizer runs, generally. But, boy, I think I kind of want to show it off before the end of the game, to be honest. So, you can't leave Moogle's Charm on or you'll never get it. But, I might be doing some off-camera grinding for the future tubers' perspective to uncurse it. Although, I'll show you what it does, you know. We're running out of time for today's episode, and I want to get a Yeti signed up. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with Ragnarok plus Curse Shield. Now, technically, Ragnarok is not the strongest weapon in the game. It's the second strongest weapon in the game. And if you want to get the strongest weapon in the game, you'll have to take the Ragnarok and bet it in the Colosseum. Don't lose that fight, by the way. Or just reload your game, which I think everyone would reload at that point. But, yeah, it does get upgraded. Arguably. The spell on the upgrade is a bit worse than Flare. Flare is real good. Let me double check items here. There are 3 chests. This Yeti cave is kind of a pain, although it looks like the remaster has highlighted the trap. These trap tiles that you fall through, I don't think were highlighted originally. So you tended to... Well, there's always these as well. You tended to fall through holes. Oh boy. Mog is not going to help much. And also, he's already dead. I want him to dance, but I don't know if I've got time for that. Good job. How did you miss? Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what dance would be useful, honestly. At least Earth is the cave dance, so he won't fail it. Oh, wait, that was... No, we got a different one. I didn't think of it. We might be dead. I don't even think I put an Esper on Locke. Because we're not supposed to be fighting. Really? Every single one has missed. That's wild. I guess you're not allowed to steal from them? I'm hoping that's what it is. Because we had that problem with the Dragon Claws when I first equipped it. They just... What? Since when does Ragnarok just miss on a Tomberry? I mean, we're dead. We are super dead. Well, I guess we got one. I think the middle one might be getting low. Well, Mog wasn't helping much. The flubbing of the melee attacks has been really weird. Oh good, they just die. No, they teleport back. Great. Alright, good. It looked like Bio was actually maybe the way to go. He took a lot of poison damage on the tick. Friggin' Tonberries. I hate Tonberries, man. Look how fast they walk up sometimes, too. Too much evade is what they have. I just wish Mog would focus on, like, healing the party. He'd be okay if he just focused on that. I mean, Locke hasn't hit him a single time. So whatever their evade is, it doesn't even matter. We can't hit him. On a fight like this that's so frustrating, I mean, it's basically over now, but early on, missing every single attack, that's crazy. And I think because Mug requires you to hit, there's no way to steal either, because it's blocked by our bad accuracy rate. Really, really weird, honestly. Right, if I just... Anyway, I'm glad we had these shurikens and Shadow. He's probably carrying us. Anyway, that was way too close. We didn't even get a single item. They didn't even drop anything. What a scam. Scam Yeti Cave. At least there's no random encounters for more Tonberries. That's what counts, right? Okay, that's a trap. Also, the music here is pretty nice. Switch up there. That's the way out? No, those are all trap switches up there. I always get confused and lost in this dungeon. It's not just you guys. Everyone gets lost here. Gauntlet. Hey, that's the other relic we could have got earlier on. So this is the other option we could have gotten from Bannon at the beginning. It's funny how... I think you can just buy them somewhere, actually, but... they're actually not bad. You can two-hand weapons. You know, if you don't have two good weapons, but you have one good weapon, that will let you get double damage out of it, right? So... I mean, you could probably two-hand the Ragnarok, which is our best weapon. Forget Mug. That seemed to be actually more harmful. You do lose your shield, but look at that attack power. Now, you're going to hit the damage cap eventually, and then it doesn't matter. Now, this just takes us where we need to go, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish you had better gear. Oh, right, I was going to try... Right, I did have a plan. There you go. Sadly, you can't gauntlet and do the Dragoon thing altogether. That might be pretty good if you could go two-handed lance, no shield, plus jump, plus super jump. That might be good. Also, I keep forgetting to equip espers on people. Oh, right, we have Phoenix. I didn't even show you Phoenix. It's got, it's a very Locke-centric kind of esper. Still working on level 3s. Done. That's fine. Whatever. We're gonna waste some job points. Ooh, what's this? Looks like bone. FF solo with a randomizer? Maybe once. It's really just depends on the randomizer. It can be very, very easy or impossible, just depending on what you get. It's really hard to strategize for it. Unlike a vanilla run, there's not really a lot of planning. It's just down to luck, and I don't think it makes a very good run, honestly. Because you could put a lot of time into it and end up with an unbeatable run. It's an Angry Yeti! I mean, I think you can just steal some garbage off of him, but let's see. Nothing. He doesn't even have anything to steal. Classic. He's pretty angry. Maybe we could slow him down a little bit. You know, a good spell for a ninja would be Hastica. I think that'd be very fitting. We should try to get him that later. Also, Mog is supposed to be in the back row, but whatever. Alright, here goes. That's not bad for one attack. There we go. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 damage! Come on, that's not bad. And that's with a bad spear. You know, you could get a much bit stronger spear, right? Alright, he's not very dangerous. 10 gills, 0. We don't even get magic points. Aw, poor Yeti. We just beat him up and stole his treasure. I'm boss, Kupo. You join us. Kupapo. If you want to fill out your bestiary, you might want to come back here and fight some random enemies, I guess. Maybe I'll do some of that when I'm not recording. A Yeti with a love for bone carving. Stronger than a Gygus, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. A bit unruly, sure. Umaro. He's the berserker of Final Fantasy VI. You never get to control what he does. He never learns any magic. He just punches things. Me, Umaro. Just boss, join. I generally don't get much value out of him, but apparently he knows we have a flying ship and can find it. So we did get another Esper there. They didn't really mention it too much, but Midgar Sommer. Quake is real good, right? It does hit yourself, so you make sure you put float on or Gaia gear. Graviga, could be good. Tornado, it's not really very good. Targets all enemies and allies, and if it hits, sets you to low HP, critical HP. It's very expensive, but unless you've got anti-wind, which you can get from some shields and armor, it's definitely nothing you want to cast in combat. Unfortunately, a lot of the end game Espers are going to have spells that are like that, where they hit your allies as well as your enemies. And unless you really make a counter build with the right elemental protection for the whole group, I mean, you just kill yourself. And you tend to stack, like, enemies tend to have more HP than you do, and with high magic's power, you tend to do more damage than you can survive. Oh, hold on, let me double check. 3 out of 3, yeah. Alright, I guess we should go have a quick look at Umaro, but this is the end of the recording. I'm pretty sure we only have one thing he can even equip right now. No Espers, so you can't even boost his stats, which honestly, I mean, it's fine, but it would be nice if he could equip an Esper, not to learn magic, but to get the stat boost out of it. But I'm pretty sure he can't even do that. Hey, it looks like we got almost all the characters. Maybe next episode we'll get the last one. What happens if you're just a Yeti flying an airship with no friends? Do you think he should be able to fly an airship on his own? I don't know. Doesn't seem likely to me. Anyway, Umaro, he joined at level 30, not even too high a level. So he's got, used to be called the Snow Muffler. We can get one of these for somebody else. It's got the highest defense in the game. So you can get very close to 255 if you stack Snow Muffler plus other items. And it absorbs ice, half fire. That's pretty good. It's real good. He's got a bone club, whatever, no big deal. And I guess he can equip a variety of things. Someone said this was kind of good for him. I don't know. But there's 2 Umaro only items. And I think we've got one. The names keep changing. Also, Gygus Armlet or Hero Ring do work quite well. But somewhere in here is this one. A Yeti only, and it adds more. So this makes him basically immune to fire, ice, lightning, which is pretty cool. Umaro super OP. He's not that good. Let's go see if he can solo anything. If he's that amazing. Sadly, he can't equip any. He cannot equip any Espers. So if he's strong enough, if he's super OP like Justine believes, then if we take him out for a random battle, he should win, right? Good luck, Umaro. Throw yourself at the enemy. He literally threw himself at the enemy, but he didn't one-shot it. And he loses. I mean, that was unfortunate, just status effect. But I mean that's not fair to be one-man party. We'll give him one more shot. He needs to fight something that doesn't have stupid status instant death. Not lucky. Anyway, you know, this isn't super fair, but... sheesh, we never actually fought any basilisks with the full group. That's rude. Anyway, he's okay, but you don't get to control him, so you don't get to use any magic, any items. He's... Did I show the stats? He is quite strong, so he does good base damage. But you can't raise the strength up from 62 to any higher. That's kind of the downside, I would say. If there was a way to boost up his stats via Esper levels, that would probably help. Well, sure, if I gave him the ribbon, but I'd drop all of his damage. Fine, let's see if with a ribbon. We got 2 of these ribbons. We could leave one. Just a Yeti with a ribbon. And now there's no basilisks. These guys are just going to jump him to death, though. Also, because he's Berserk, you don't get to control who he attacks, which is not great. Ah, look at that. He's already dead. Obviously, this is not a fair comparison, but my point is that non-controllable characters that just target randomly, it's like Final Fantasy V with the Berserker. I generally don't like them. So he's basically a bench warmer, and maybe I'll try to find some, you know, once we get, there's another relic that's special for him. I'll show that off. He's actually pretty good in the arena. You need to level him up a bit, but he's nice in the arena because he just constantly attacks. And your other characters that know magic kind of waste their time. So we might use him in the arena or whatever, but anyway. Future tubers, this has already been extra long. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.